We start with the obvious. The turnovers killed the Raiders. More specifically, the 2 fumbles by the running backs and Derek Carr's first interception. The first fumble totally changed the momentum of the game. It was a defensive battle as both offenses struggled to score after 1 touchdown. The fumble by Washington right before the half completely changed the game. It was a rainy game and ball security was supposed to be priority. What happened to the running game? On a rainy day like today, the Raiders must stick to the running game. The fact that only Richard and Washington were available could have something to do with it, but once again, Todd Downing abandoned the running game quick. I'm watching the Bills constantly pound the ball in there, and it opened up as the game wore on. This has been the case far too often with Downing. In a rainy game, run the ball. Consequently, Derek Carr didn't run much play action. I'm watching the Seahawks have less than 10 yards rushing, and Wilson constantly run play action. Carr and the offense abandoned it again really quick. That is how Derek Carr works best. Play action and deep shots down the field. Even if the running game isn't working, the Raiders need to run play action to at least give the defenders something to think about. The Raiders looked good early in the game. They took deep shots and made an effort to get the ball in Amari Cooper's hand. That deep bomb to Michael Crabtree really stood out to me, thinking the Raiders' offense is back. Then, they reverted back to the short stuff that consistently got short of the first down. The completion percentage might look good, but that is not how this Raiders offense works. Back the defense up. On to the defense. Where are the takeaways? This defense is pathetic and hasn't had a single interception yet this season. That was already an NFL record heading into this game. This defense is too talented to not have an interception yet. On a wet and rainy day, getting turnovers is key, as you can tell from the Bills. The Raiders defense didn't even come close. The key to turnovers is pressure. The Raiders didn't get any from the interior. The outside pass rusher's key job was to contain, and they did a pretty good job of that. The problem was there was no pressure from the inside. Mario Edwards Jr. and Eddie Vanderdoss has dropped off significantly. For all the talk about the Raiders needing a pass rush from the middle, that still hasn't happened. Once again, the Raiders defense couldn't get off the field on third down. This ties in with pressure, but it's really bad. When third and long happens, I never think that the Raiders will be able to get off the field. When the Bills got the ball with 10 minutes left, they converted third down multiple times and killed the clock. This is just draining, and the Raiders still haven't figured it out. The superstars of Khalil Mack and Derek Carr are going to be called out. Look, these guys are our franchise. They cannot just play okay or good. They have to play great. Khalil Mack didn't really have any impact plays, and Derek Carr didn't play like an MVP. He's been awful recently outside of the Chiefs game. The superstars must be superstars, and they are not getting a pass. The Raiders' offense must go through Marshawn Lynch when he comes back. They can no longer just have Lynch have single-digit carries heading into the fourth quarter. The Raiders' offense works best with the running game, play action, and deep passes. Derek Carr is an amazing quarterback, but they are relying on him far too much to carry the offense. The line gets into it when the running game gets better, and that's how the offense works best and keeps the defense off the field. This game was vital to any chance the Raiders had at winning a wild card slot. This team is far too talented to be playing this bad. The game plans are not working, and both coordinators are doing horribly. Todd Downing has stopped doing what made this offense dangerous last year, and I don't know how Ken Norton Jr. is still coordinator. The Raiders better figure it out soon if they want to save their season.